So y'all ready for some comedifying, comedification, and other words George Bush might use during his visit to London this week?
Yeah.
I guess.
Give me a cheer if you hate George Bush. Not as much as I frickin' do. See, I'm from New Orleans. Most people can tell by the way I handle a guitar, actually.
No.
But he fucks up everything. Everything he touches turns to shit. And people have started learning that. Because a couple months ago now, traders around the world were going, hey, come here. Hey, look, George Bush has noticed the economy. Holy shit, he's doing something! Since then, markets around the world. Boom! Worse than an Afghan wedding party. And look at his war on terror. Fucked up is that? You can't have a war on terror! It's an emotion! What's next? The war on jealousy? The war on disappointment? Maybe the war on the feeling that the guy I voted for kind of got the shaft. No, you can't even have a war on terrorism. Truth is, you can't. It's a tactic. What would be next? The war on artillery bombardments? How the fuck would you fight that?
Get the Jews out there, bomb the shit out of them with artillery! Sir!
Kind of counterproductive. The only thing you can actually do is have a war against a group of terrorists. So what did Bush do? He invaded Iraq, which didn't have any terrorists. Until we got there. If this fuckwit had been president during the Second World War, he would have put a stop to the Nazi menace by invading Mexico. And now terrorists, they're popping up faster than spots at a McFly concert. So there were these guys in the paper, Muslim terrorists who would plan to capture a British soldier and behead him like a pig. Now I have a question for everyone. Can you think of something that a devout, halal-eating Muslim would know less about? And then, before that, there were the NHS doctors trying to blow up Tiger nightclub in Glasgow Airport. I really like the Glasgow Airport bit because they didn't blow anything up, they just had a Scottish cat kicking the shit out of it. And what really got me about these guys is that whole thing with the NHS doctors. It really made me wonder, what are NHS's hiring practices? Because these guys never did their homework. Seriously. They thought that they were going to double park a car in central London. And it would be there 5 minutes later. The second thing they didn't do, they thought they were not only going to double park in central London, they thought they were going to walk away from the car unseen. And if they had ever bothered to look up in central London, they would have realized there are more cameras on every street than a group of tourists from Japan. And the third bit of homework they did not do was chemistry, which is really fucking worrisome because doctors are supposed to study that shit. There was no oxygen in that car to react with the petrol and the propane. No reaction, no boom. Now, to be fair though, it is hard to get bottled oxygen. Unless you work in a hospital. See, I've been living in the UK for a long time. I moved over here back when Clinton was president. The good old days back when the US was still considered a democracy. Yeah. And I depend on the NHS for my health care. And I don't want to go to a doctor who's too stupid to make a bomb. These guys blowing themselves up for religion. You ever notice that people who really devoutly believe something, religious things, they all think that God wants you to dress a certain way. Now this is the all-wise, all-powerful being, wants you to dress a certain way. Why? Did he make us wrong? What? Did he sit there and go, fuck, look at them, they're bald, they're hairless, I meant them to look like Chewbacca! Fucking cover that shit up! And one of the things that I just love in this country is the Daily Mail. It's a great news. If you don't know the Daily Mail, it's a celebrity-obsessed tabloid written by the Nazi Party. And I saw this story in the Daily Mail, and it was all about how wonderful Boris Johnson is, because he's a twat. And this story about Boris Johnson, it said that he had appointed a commission to crack down on corruption in London. What they didn't mention is that the first finding of this commission on cracking down on corruption was that Boris Johnson should have fewer powers. This same newspaper came out with a story about shock horror. British youth who smoke too much cannabis, the boys are becoming infertile. So teenage boys who smoke huge amounts of cannabis can't have kids. This is a problem. I'll tell you my very favorite thing about living in the UK. Favorite thing. Speed cameras. It's true. Because you see, where I'm from, in the deep south of the US, we don't have speed cameras. We have rednecks. You put in speed cameras in the deep south of the US, first time a redneck got a ticket in the mail, it's in there going, ticket. From a camera? What, not even a man with a gun? Oh, hell no! Yeah, Bubba! Yeah, go get Fern and Cletus. Yeah, and grab your rifles. Yep, that's right, we're going hunting. They'd be out there on the side of the road, a bunch of cases of beer sitting there going, I bet you 6-pack of beer I can get that speed camera from 800 yards. And you had Bubba, the big old ex-Marine sniper, going, shit, Cletus! Some bitch ain't even moving. I bet you a case of beer I'll get it from 1,200 yards. I'm gonna get right in this pretty little lens. I'm gonna make it squeal like a pig. There wouldn't be a speed camera left in the country for 2 weeks. These guys would be writing into their congressman going, bring back the targets. We'll vote for you. It is. Sadly enough. But the thing I find strangest about living in the UK, I find really, really bizarre, is if you go into the gents of any pub, there's a better than 50-50 chance you will find a machine that sells flavored condoms. What's going through the mind of someone about to buy one of these? Is it, I love a blowjob, but I'm not a bath in a month. And these things come in really, really strange flavors. I am not making up these flavors. There are whiskey-flavored condoms. Gentlemen, that's what you want on a night of passion. Whiskey dick. There are kangaroo-flavored condoms. I'm not making that up. Kangaroo-flavored condoms. I don't even know what kangaroo's supposed to taste like. I tried one. I still don't know. And how do you get the taste of the kangaroo onto the condom? And do I really want to know that after I taste it? And do kangaroos smell different when they're wet? You know, like dogs? Just a question. But the strangest flavor I've seen. Strangest flavor I've seen. And I think it's kind of dangerous. Beer. Beer-flavored condoms. Because I know when I get home from the pub, I always want one more beer. I tried one out. Woke up with a terrible prick in my nose. But it is the one kind of beer that can never have too much head. Thank you very much. I'm David Mulholland.